And understand all of this with our guest today. We're joined by Anuj Puri of ANAROCK Property Consultants. Anuj, thanks very much for joining in. Good to have you on. After the kind of reduction that we've seen in inventories, which cities do you think are now moving towards, balanced inventories or really favorable inventories for new launches?
Thank you very much. So three cities I would say is, one is Mumbai, second is Pune, and third is Bangalore. In these three cities, what we have seen is that the launches have been dramatically low in the last 7 quarters. And that's largely led by the RERA, GST, and previous to that, demonetization. More importantly, there was a huge amount of unsold inventory stock that was hanging. And as a result of which, the developers did not pour fresh concrete and did any new launches. Now that each quarter for the last 7 quarters, we've seen that in these three cities, the sales has been more than the new launches. The unsold inventory has started to come down. And that is starting to get on to some reasonableness. I would not say that it has reached the right potential or the right average. I think it is still sort of 3 or 4 quarters away. But clearly it is moving in the right direction where we are seeing that the launches are lower than the demand, the absorption, resulting into unsold inventory starting to sharply decline in these three cities.
Right. Anuj, what is playing into the fewer launches that we're seeing? Is it simply the demand picture? Are there any supply side issues?
I think there are 3 or 4 things. One is certainly RERA. Because RERA now says is that you cannot launch a project until you've got all the approvals. Previously, they would launch projects without the approvals. So that process itself is a 12 to 18-month process to be able to get in all the approvals from the time that you acquire the land. Before the RERA regime, the day you would have acquired the land, the next day you could have actually come out into the market and sold. So that clearly delays it by 12 to 18 months. Second is the overhang of the enthusiasm wasn't there, saying is that there is already so much of overhang in the inventory in that micro market. Why go ahead and, do a new launch? And the third is there has been some dampener because of the high GST rate on real estate. So, that 3 things really led to lower launches.
All right. Now, on the back of course, inventories getting lighter, there has been this increase in price levels that are associated with the reduction in inventories. If you talk about the Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore markets, we have seen an increase in average price levels. What is the trend that you're really seeing going ahead for prices?
So I'm seeing, this is a very important point because I don't want the viewers to get an idea that there is a price rise that is suddenly starting to happen. I think it is only in select micro markets and only with select developers. Because there is a huge amount of consolidation that is taking place, and we are going to see is that not all the developers are going to survive this onslaught over the next 12 to 18 months. Those where the buyers believe that they have the financial discipline and the prudence, and in the past they have been able to deliver the property, we're seeing that the demand is high there, and as well as there is a slight price increase that has happened. But in many cases where the developer is weak and has had a checkered past, there, even if the developer has brought down the price in these 3 cities as well, the demand hasn't picked up for those projects. So we're seeing that the consolidation phase for good quality developers leading to slight increase in the price in certain micro markets, not across the board for them as well.
All right, fair enough. And before we let you go, Anuj, we had the big Mumbai development plan announcement as well, a hike in FSI for this, the island city as well as the suburbs. We're also seeing these trends like you just spoke about in various markets or micro segments of these markets. Give us a sense of which players are really set to benefit at this point as things stand from the trends that we're seeing.
So those who have a large amount of inventory in the island city will definitely benefit with the increased FSI. And after 1991, the FSI from 1.3 has increased to 3 for the island city, which is a big flip. We yet haven't seen the details of the DP 2034 to see is that the higher FSI, how much is the premium that the government is charging. But invariably, the players like India Bulls, Lodhas, Oberoi's, DB Realty are the guys who had a significant holding in the island city. They are likely to benefit from it.